Hey everyone, today in Panda Pong I'm going to talk about a popular opinion lately. Fan Zhendong is still better than Wang Chuqin. Okay, big deal. That's not a very hot take, given Fan Zhendong just whooped Wang Chuqin's ass twice within a week in China's national games, which is apparently a pretty important tournament hosted every 4 years as part of their Olympic player selection process, supposedly. So Fan Zhendong is better, and that's not a big deal. Everyone and everyone's mom can have an opinion about that. But my opinion is actually backed by facts and analysis, which I'll provide in the rest of this video. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm even smarter in real life than I am at ping pong because I can bring actionable business insights to a non-technical audience. So anyway, we're going to do some super basic sports analytics and calculate some statistics that'll prove my point. I'm not even going to show you any of the footage from either of their matches in the national games because I don't want to get sued for copyright. But please feel free to watch the matches yourself to fact check my analysis and give me the external validation that I so desperately need by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and all that good stuff. Okay. All right, I'm going to power up into Professor mode now. Professor Panda, Professor Pong, Professor Panda Pong. Okay, so what is Fan Zhendong better at specifically? Everything, unironically. He is a more well-balanced player, both defensively and offensively. He's good at long rallies in addition to the short serve attack exchanges. He's just a very steady player with lots of power on both his backhand and forehand, accessible throughout the point. In contrast, Wang Chuqin is more of a third or fifth ball attack specialist, in my view, and he struggles more as the rally progresses beyond that. I've seen this in other matches too with Felix Lebrun, Hugo Calderano, and Harimono. Wang Chuqin likes to command the point early on with a lot of aggression, which all starts from his strong serves and receives. He wants to be the one attacking first. If he's not blasting the ball at you in the first 5 shots and throwing you off balance, he struggles to control the point and the match. Okay, so far this all sounds like bullshit theoretical analysis with fluffy words. So, like a psychopath, I manually counted the rally length of every point of every game in their China national tournament singles match and allocated the points won by each player. We can see that Fan Zhendong wins a larger proportion of his points from long rallies, 7+ shots, compared to Wang Chuqin, who wins more of his points from short rallies, 1 to 3 shots. The pie charts here support my claim that Fan Zhendong is a more balanced player than Wang Chuqin because his way of winning points is more evenly distributed. Wang Chuqin wins more than half of his points in the first 3 balls. If we take a more aggregated view, Fan Zhendong lost more sheer points to Wang Chuqin in the 1 to 3 shot rallies, but he made up for those points by beating Wang Chuqin more often in the mid to longer length rallies, ultimately winning Fan Zhendong the match. The data here doesn't lie. Wang Chuqin really falls off in the longer rallies, which are more epic and feel more psychologically bad to lose. So this brings me to my next point, related to psychology. Alright, so the second reason Fan Zhendong is just better, he stresses his opponents out. Playing Fan Zhendong takes a psychological toll on you. Not because he's a jerk or because he's the most popular kid at school or whatever you're thinking, but since he's so stable in the rallies, but also so powerful on both sides that he will kill the ball if you give him the weak shit, his opponents get nervous and try to end the point too early. He forces his opponents to overplay and make unforced errors, which was the case for Wang Chuqin. From my personal experience in table tennis, when you're afraid of your opponent's consistency, you end up destroying yourself because you start going for wild, low percentage shots. Most other players in the world can't handle Wang Chuqin's aggressive style, where he commands the point from the start, but Fan Zhendong has the ability and stability to defend those shots, and drags out the points where his consistency wins in the end. Fan Zhendong also has a strong serve and attack game of his own, which we saw in the data. Wang Chuqin actively wants to shut down Fan Zhendong's serve attack game, since defense is not his strength. This creates a vicious cycle where Wang Chuqin tries to avoid the long rallies and also prevent Fan Zhendong's strong attacks, so he ends up overplaying and making more mistakes. Alright, So there you have my first sports analytics episode of Professor Pandapong. Please let me know what you think in the comments, which I won't respond to if you annoy me. So see you next time. No promises when that'll be. Okay, bye.